With the recent rains, all the waterfalls have been doing really well, and Fall Creek Falls is showing out. Hey, it's Squidly. Back in December, I was challenged or given an invitation, I'm not sure which, to do a 50-mile challenge for the month of January. And it was for the purpose of raising money for ALS. And so in the description, you'll find a link to my Facebook fundraiser page. And if you're at all interested in making a small donation, go do that. But that puts me on trail today, beginning early in the morning, to do a 21-mile loop, to do a big chunk of that 50 miles. At this point, I've only done 12. That was the first 2 days of January on the Pine Mountain Trail. I did that with Crow, Terry Young, Senior Hiker 77, Metro on the Move, and Atypical Hiker. So because it's January and the days are short, and I'm doing 21 miles, I'm getting a really early start so that I'm not struggling to finish at the end of the day. So I have just come up on a big group of hogs. Holy mess. That one's gone that way. The rest of them cut across the trail over here. I really do not want any more of their attention. I want them to be gone. Oh man. Yeah, there he goes. Crap, he's going the same direction I am. Well, that'll raise your heart rate. It looked like there were 2 adults and a handful of piglets. So there was a side of bacon, some pork chops, and some bacon bits. Instead of hey bear, I've been saying hey boar. But I haven't seen it, so maybe it took off to the side and just sort of hid out and let me pass. I hope, because I don't want anything to do with boars. They will straight up murder you. In my mind, I had this loop broken down into kind of 5 sections. They're not equal, either in difficulty or length. And I just finished the first of those sections. Holy cow. Oh. All right, that was kind of a crazy blowdown to get over and around. So these sections, not equal. They're not even. But I just finished the first one, which starting at Thompson Trailhead, taking 206 and 209, takes you to B Branch. And I was going to film there, but there were about 3 or 4 hammocks and I think 2 tents. There was a lot going on there. So I didn't film there. But that section was one that I thought would take me as much or more time as any of the other ones. But it only took me an hour and a half. So I'm making really good time, despite the fact that I'm in the process of filming this little description of what I'm doing. It's just one blowdown right after the other. It hasn't been like that though. I've been kind of cruising. The second section will be the remainder of 209 to Borden Creek. This section is kind of long and not particularly interesting. It's just kind of a woods walk. There is Sipsey Fork over there, but other than that, there's not much going on this section of the loop, so I probably won't be doing much filming on this. This is pretty representative of Trail 209. So this is the conclusion of the second of the 3 sections as they're laid out in my mind. There's nothing scientific about it. But in order to do Trail 200, I would have to cross here and go that way. And I am not crossing that. So Trail 200 is on the other side, but there is a community trail on this side that's in pretty good shape. I don't think it gets real maintenance, but it's maintained by the people who use it. They pretty well keep it clear. So I'm going to take this, and this will be the shortest of the 3 sections, and then I'll update you when I get there. Looks like something lost its life right here. Let's have a moment of silence. Finished the 3rd section, and it took a little bit longer than I thought that it would this time, just because with all the rain, the little creeks that you have to go down and cross were just soul-sucking mud, and it was just hard to negotiate those and get out of them. So anyway, it took about an hour, and I thought that I could do it a little bit faster than that. I stopped to refill some water, and now I start the 4th leg, which is now Trail 224. Just left the post-apocalypse bridge, and fortunately, this section that I'm starting now is is really easy. Once I get up there on the ridge, it is pretty level walking, but I just wonder what the standing water and mud situation is going to be like. I don't know. It'll be all right. Of the 21 miles, I may have already finished like 14 of them. I may only have about 7 miles left. So I'm making really good time for me. All day today, I have kind of known that I was making pretty fast progress. This has been a fast hike. I've refrained from saying anything out loud to keep from jinxing it. Especially, the first third of it, because you set that pace, but, the question is, can you maintain that pace all day? And so I sort of held back on saying anything, thinking, yeah, you'll hit the wall in a little while. You won't be able to keep doing this. But I am just about finished with this fourth leg, and it's just now coming up on 1 o'clock. It's not even 1. And I've got this last leg. I'm going to finish before 3. That's 21 miles before 3 o'clock, that's big for me. And, maybe that's not big for you, but I'm really interested to hear, not your thoughts on what I'm doing, but tell me about your big hiking days, big mileage hiking days. Just don't make me feel bad about what I'm doing. But just tell me about your biggest mileage hiking days or fastest pace and that kind of thing. I would love to hear about that in the comments. Finishing up the fourth section, starting the last one. It's just trail 208 now to the end. It does a few little rolling hills, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them, and then a descent down to the trailhead, and I'm done. Goal complete. 21 miles in the books. And don't forget, if you're interested in supporting research for ALS, check out the link in the description, and hopefully it works. I don't know how that's going to go. If not, let me know in the comments, and we'll see if we can come up with something else. But thanks for coming along.